I don't know about... The red ink is interesting. She definitely has the potential for violence. The one scene in particular of, like, there's one scene when she's kind of stopped in the middle of the road, and she's blocking the road, and the one dude drives up behind her and then drives next to her, and she kind of takes out a golf club or a baseball bat.
I've had this fantasy many times.
Exactly.
I just unload on a fucking F-150.
And
like, really?
I feel like she has the ability for violence, but I don't know. See, I don't know what the red ink is supposed to mean. I mean,
I think it means they're dead. Why is that so? I don't think that's really complicated. I think she's killing people.
I don't know. I feel like it's...
I feel like she's killing people that went over the line.
That went over the line?
That's what I think, yeah.
That maybe, like, you're not worth saving?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
All right, so I want to talk about how great McLovin was.
Another one of we want to assume we don't want to assume.
I never liked McLovin.
Well, all right, fine.
I never liked him. I wanted to shove him into a locker the first time I saw him when I saw Knocked Up or whatever, Superbad. But anyway, first of all, man, he's aged a little. Like I know Superbad was a while ago, but he looks pretty rough.
I mean, yeah, but he was only like what 20 in Superbad.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So like, I was kind of like, damn, like what happened to him? Maybe he parties
now?
A lot.
Yeah, maybe. I have no idea.
But anyway, he fucking played, or maybe they had him made up like to look like that for that role. But he fucking nailed that shit. I love how. By the way, do you know what Consider the Lobster is? When he's like, you should really check out Consider the Lobster. So it's a short story by David Foster Wallace, and it's funny because when we used to be on tour back in the day with my old band, we had a copy of Consider the Lobster and like went around. It's like one of those like books you read when you think you're deep, like.
Oh.
So it was just really funny, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm working on my novel, like, but you know, I'm such a perfectionist that like I'm like, oh my god, I know these type of people."
It was hilarious.
And he's doing blow, and then he's like, he's like, the whole thing takes place over one night in New York City, and I'm just like, oh my god, like the amount of like just people at an open mic night or like people at a bar who are like, yeah, I'm working on a novel, and you're like, dude, I've met scores of these people.
I love his he says the line of like, it's just fucked up, and it's about what it's like to be a guy right now.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny. I mean, it's not funny, but it's just ironic because, like, like, how much shit Cassie has been through at that point. And it's just like, bro, you don't know the fucking half of it. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. It's about what it's like to be a guy right now. Wow. Like, bro, shut the... That scene is hilarious because I like how it shows like different types of shitty dudes, because you have the guy from the first scene who's kind of like, I guess, alpha male-ish, like he's wearing nice clothes, and you see like
the business bro.
Yeah, he's a business bro.
He's a
exactly.
Business bro. Yeah. They're actually talking about like, hey man, like they're talking about closing deals.
They're talking about closing deals, and they're talking about like. They keep going to this golf course that doesn't allow women, and like that's the reason why the one woman who works with them like can't close whatever she's working on.
Right.
And
it's an entertaining podcast. I just yawned. That's got to be fun to watch, right, guys? Whatever.
And
it's free content, all right? You're getting it for free.
You have the business bro, and then you have like the polar opposite with the McLovin character, where like they're both shitty dudes, but they're shitty in like the polar opposite ways, because like the McLovin character is
he's like a fake artist.
Exactly.
He's like a fake artist. There's a lot of fake art. See, art is not about doing cocaine, folks. It's not about pretending you're, the next David Foster Wallace. It's about actually doing something. Whoa! Wow!
He believes
what a concept.
He's Moondog.
What a fucking concept. It's about doing things. A lot of people actually need that bulletin. But yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. I mean, New York City, not just New York City, but a lot of places, like, it's filled with folks like that. Or just anything, film, writing, music,
No,
you name it.
I've 100%.
It's just these posers who are faking the funk, and they just want to, they're posers. I mean, they really are posers.
I don't even really know David Foster Wallace.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he wrote, Infinite Jest. That's like his big thing.
I know I've heard of that, but isn't he like the guy that like people it's like what you said, like people think it's deeper than it actually is?
I think David Foster Wallace, like, himself is respected, but he's kind of been like co-opted as like the symbol of like literary bro.
Gotcha.
You know, like
there's the business
like the
bro and
the joke is like,
bro.
you know, everyone's got that copy of Infinite Jest who like thinks they're deep or something. Like,
right.
There was a movie that, who's the guy from How I Met Your Mother? Not Neil Patrick
Jason
Harris.
Segel.
Yeah, he played David Foster Wallace in a movie. I actually watched it on a plane one time.
Weird.
It was pretty good. But David Foster Wallace, like, I don't know, he's got some cool talks and shit like that on YouTube, but apparently he was like a big douchebag in real life. So,
I don't know, maybe.
Who knows?
I mean, I guess a lot of writers kind of are.
I don't know. But yeah, it's I'll be honest, like, watching this like movie, in my head I wanted to be like, oh, come on, like, this is not what, I'm not gonna say not all men, but it does like, oh my god, these are the worst depictions. I get that that's the point, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, it's kind of the point.
They're very exaggerated. I understand there's people like that. I'm not saying there isn't, but it's like, it's brutal to watch these fucking douche bros.
No, well, when the point of the movie is kind of about shitty guys and how they get away with it, you can't really, like, I mean, you can't really get mad that there aren't a lot of good male characters in it.
I'm not getting mad. I'm just, it's just like tough to watch.
You're like,
oh
I
my god,
I get you.
It's brutal.
The father character was pretty supportive.
He was a sweet guy. The parent. By the way, that mom was from The Sopranos.
No, American Pie.
American Pie. Wait. Remember like
I don't remember the actress.
Hold on. Remember the woman in The Sopranos who was in the New York family somehow, and she was like,
that's not her.
You know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about.
Who Frank Vincent's character robs.
Who's Frank Vincent's
and
character?
He's like, hey, she any good at sucking dick? Oh, you probably taught her.
That's not her. That she's from. She's Stifler's mom from American
I never
Pie.
got into all that shit.
Really?
No, see, to me that was like bro culture.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I was like 12 and I just wanted to like watch a rated R movie, so I got American Pie. No, she's from the American Pie one.